Hi, this is Vicki from the Mummy Chronicles, and this week I have the pleasure of having the 2016 Mazda CX-9, which you can see right here. This car is the limited package with all-wheel drive. There are window wiper sensors on it, as well as an intermittent one in the rear. Right there are 20-inch alloy wheels. Let's do a quick little walk around. We'll come to the back. Now this is a third row 7-passenger with Sky Active technology. The gas mileage on this thing was much better than I anticipated. You can see that there's a 50-50 split here in the third row. And there's also a nice outlet in the back. And then some cup holders for the back row. You can see there's the back row is not as spacious as some other cars of this size. You do have a fair amount, like I want to say a really decent amount for a third row here. I think it rivals my Pathfinder as far as space behind the third row when it's fully up. And then you just hit the button to close the back. But my 8-year-old had a hard time sitting in the third row after a while, like on a long car ride. It was just a little too cramped. So I wouldn't say, you definitely could not fit an adult in the third row. Now, coming back inside, the interior is burgundy and black with a gorgeous rosewood right here. I love this, and I love the controls. Everything about this is, the CX-9 is luxurious. I mean, it's when people get in it, this is more than they anticipated. I think they're starting to realize that Mazda offers a lot. This car runs at fully loaded with all-wheel drive at around 44,000. Now let's take a look at the inside closer. In the dash, you can see we have, the car is not on obviously, but this is the navigation system and your touch screen, which is quite large and very nice. What I love is when you can clearly see all the gauges on the dash when you are driving. And you have a lot of different controls here at the steering wheel, including here on the side, as well as a Bose sound system and speakers throughout. And the sound system is really wonderful. But if you're driving the car and you're looking ahead, you're not only going to see the speed that you're going and the speed limit, but if you have the navigation system on, you're going to see your directions and hear very clearly which way you're supposed to go next. Like the GPS on the navigation system on here I really loved it. Now, this center stack area in the console section is a little different. Some people really like this knob. I found it took some getting used to, but I really liked how it was designed. My one complaint was definitely not the heated seats or the comfort of the seats, because they're great. It was the position of these cup holders, which when I was driving, I just found like this was a little crowded right here. And I want to say, this is not a big interior. For a family of 3 or 4, this space is really perfect. We have 3 kids. It was a little cramped for us. The second row, you can tell, has a nice space to it. I would like, for our family, it would have been better if we had captain chairs, but the bench was roomy with good storage, and everyone had the ability to have heated seats and outlets and plugs and everything they possibly needed. And there was a nice little sunroof included in here, as well as there's a lot of illumination when you're driving at night. There's little lights that come on under here so you can see your stuff, and you can see their controls right here, which was excellent. As a passenger and a driver, I really enjoyed that. Oops. Here's more of my one take videos on the mummychronicles.com. That's MUMMY. And let's just take another last look at the Mazda CX-9 before it leaves. It's been a real pleasure. Mazda always shows that they know what they're doing. Driving does matter to them. As they say, driving matters. And the CX-9 is hard to give back because it's a very comfortable ride with responsive steering and great acceleration. They still have that zoom. So I will see you next time with another new vehicle. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Again, you can read the full review at themummychronicles.com.